Hello, Libra Sun sign and Libra Ascendant. This is your forecast for May 2016. And instead of you just listening to me, I thought it would be a lot more interesting and hopefully entertaining to see the actual astrology chart. So this is an astrology chart with Libra on the ascendant, so therefore the planets are falling in specific houses for people with, with Libra on the ascendant or Libra Sun sign. So with that being said, let's take a look and see what the month has in store for you. The big thing that I see is that there's a lot of planets or a lot of energy going on in the water houses. So 4, 8, and 12. And this in general means that you're going to be more emotional this month. And I'm also going to say more intuitive. And that's a good thing because, especially with the 8th house, the 8th house is the 8th house of Scorpio. And this is definitely telling me that this month there's a really strong need for you to set stronger boundaries with your time. This is saying that you need to go into your man cave or your woman cave on a pretty consistent basis and just recharge your batteries, get some much needed perspective. I think of this energy as being an ideal time to sort through everything that's going on in your life and to perhaps revise your plans, weed out things or people or situations that aren't working for you. So the big theme for you this month, again, is one of rejuvenation, recharging, and also getting some clarity. All right. So with that being said, let's shift gears here and look at this. This is Jupiter, and it's in the 12th house of Pisces. It has been, in retrograde. And with this energy retrograde, it does indeed mean that over the past few months, it looks like you've been trying to figure out what your plan of attack is for the future. But it looks like there could be some confusion, or you swing back and forth between one thing and another thing. So this energy says, especially when it goes direct, May 10th, it's basically about you getting more clarity. But how you're going to do it is, again, tapping into the more intuitive side of your nature. In a sense, I would say follow your heart a bit more and do what you want to do. The problem is, obviously, you have to figure out how you're going to do it, how you're going to get certain plans implemented so that they'll work for you. But with Jupiter in the 12th, I would definitely say make time to connect with spirit or source energy or God, whatever terminology you prefer. But this is definitely about you listening and listening on a deeper level. And again, however you do that, it can be a very personal thing. But this is definitely saying prayer, meditation, journaling, brainstorming even to a certain degree. But figure out where your north is on your compass. And this is going to help you, again, May 10th. But again, you might have to stretch toward this, like you have to do the work, but you'll get the answers once you make the effort. Okay. Now, Mercury has been retrograde since last month, and it's going to go direct, let's see, May 23rd. And Mercury is in this 8th house. So, this is definitely, I've already said this, but this is more information telling me that you really do have to go within and pull up the weeds in your life. And before you can do that, you have to really figure out what the weeds are. Are you in negative situations or negative people around you, or are you a negative thinker? This is like really doing the homework and thinking about what's empowering you, what's draining you, and being willing to pull those weeds. So again, when Mercury goes direct, you'll see May 23rd, this is definitely going to be about you getting the clarity that you need and going, okay, I see what's happening. I see what I need to do. So when it goes direct, it's easier to take action. Prior to that, this month, I still see you trying to figure which way is up, or what people's true intentions are, or what negative thoughts must I be thinking to keep myself stuck in this pattern. So with you this month, I would say it's a pretty intense month in certain ways, because I see a need for you to do this inner soul searching to figure things out for yourself. So the 8th house in particular says that you're a bit more private, and you need to eliminate unnecessary distractions. And I know Libra's normally a very social butterfly kind of energy, and I'm not saying in any way that you should be a recluse, but I definitely see you spending more time alone than usual. Let me put it that way. So let's look at this real briefly. So you got Mars and Saturn aligned and retrograde in your 3rd house. And so a big thing I see with this energy is that you might have to do some serious thinking about your communication style. In other words, are you too aggressive? Are you too blunt? Or are you too self-sacrificing? Are you too shy? This is saying balance yourself out. If you need to speak up, speak up. If you need to soften your approach, then do so. Another thing this can say, and this the 3rd house is not just communication, it's also how you think. And with Saturn in here, it can indeed mean that there's a tendency, especially lately, to be pessimistic, negative, fearful. And there's a really strong need for you to face those fears. What am I afraid of? So don't let fear hold you back in life. This is instead pushing you to be courageous. Mars represents courage. So how can you courageously face your fears? And again, there's more of the same here. All these planets this month that are retrograde indicate that you have to hit the brakes and just do some deep thinking and reflecting upon all these various issues. This is definitely saying you need to open up to others. You need to speak to a trusted friend, advisor, a counselor, or just do a lot of journaling and connecting with your higher self with this energy. But this is like doing some healing of some negative belief systems within yourself. So this month I would say you need some TLC. You need to recharge your batteries. You need to be good to yourself, and you need to get rid of things that aren't working for you. So I do indeed hope you have a great month, and I will talk to you next month. Bye-bye.